Hi, I'm Nicholeen Peck, and I'm joined here with my son, Porter, and we are going to be talking today about instilling a good work ethic in children. Hi everybody, I'm Nicholeen Peck, and I teach all over the world about parenting, family communication, and building good relationships. And in this video, I have asked my son Porter, who's 17, to be with me to talk about work, because work is actually a pretty important part of our family. So we're going to talk about work and what that work atmosphere in our family has done for his life as he's just getting ready to launch into adulthood. Well, Porter, thank you so much for joining me on this video. There's a lot of people who want to see you, okay?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we hear from Nicholeen all the time, but what about the children? And I'm thinking, holy cow, my children are almost all gone now, but I'm so glad that you're not gone yet.
Yep.
And we're able to have you here. So let's talk about work, okay? Let's talk about how do you feel about work? Maybe we should start there. I mean, we're going to talk about how to help other people feel good about work, but where are you at when it comes to work at age 17?
I think work's really important, obviously. I've been taught really how to work hard, and I really appreciate that. A lot of places where I go to work, they don't know how to work, and I'm just like, okay. But yeah, work is really important. Some people some people don't even know how to read a clock. Like, they were just never taught things. I was like, okay. So I'm really grateful for my family, for teaching me how to work, how to garden.
Oh, we do garden. We garden a lot, right, Porter?
Yeah.
So we have a ½ acre of ground, which doesn't sound very big, but we use all of it. It's all landscaped with vineyards and orchards and vegetable gardens and everything. And I'll tell you what, Porter can do it all. Like, there are times when I've been out of town speaking and Porter will just prep all the ground, all the dirt. He'll get out all of the irrigation hoses and get it all working and everything. Or he'll weed all of it. And I mean, Porter, when you're out there and you're doing that work, what type of thoughts are going through your mind? Like, what is it that you're thinking about that opportunity that you have to work?
It really just clears your mind. Working just clears your mind. It's kind of like a reset. It just makes you, it like humbles you, for real. Like,
Yeah.
you're working and you just see the progress that you do, and it's just so satisfying.
Yeah, I love that. I love that you say it humbles you, it resets you, because I definitely feel the same way. In fact, this is a principle called Georgic. So it used to be very well understood among people that when you were working at something, that's when your mind was the most at ease. So the fact that you're feeling that reset, that actually is a healing feeling. And a lot of people think that work is going to hurt them. So as we're trying to help other people know how to instill a work ethic in people, don't you think it's important that they know how to present it? I mean, we should be presenting it as a healing thing, a feel-good thing, not a let's get the drudgery done and then do something fun thing, right? Even though, I mean, it is nice to do the fun thing after too, right? So we're going to be getting more into Porter's training with work and how he motivates himself to work. But before we do that, click that subscribe button. There are so many great videos on this channel pertaining to work and chores and good communication and calm family relationships. You're not going to want to miss those, so click the subscribe button now. So Porter, there are 4 different ways that we have taught work at our house. And I'm sure I just say them and you know immediately what it is. So how about you explain to everybody, what is family work?
Family work is you're all working as a family, you're all doing one project, all in sync, in unison, and it's just like a well-oiled machine.
It is like a well-oiled machine. Everyone knows what needs to be done and we're all working together. And oftentimes family work was short. It would be like 30 minutes of family work per day. Okay, this is good for our bonding, but it's also good to just clean up one area. We'll be like, okay, for family work today, the family room. Let's get going, right? But it's also a really great opportunity to have the family bond together. And I think that's an important thing about family work. But do you remember some of those summer days when family work was longer than 30 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, so how about you tell people, what are some of the things that we do that sometimes family work is longer?
There's definitely the deep clean of the house.
Ooh, yeah, the spring clean.
That takes one of the longest, and then there's the gardening, which takes long too.
Those are lots of long days.
Yeah.
What about canning season?
Oh, yep. There's canning season too.
Canning season, or when we're getting ready for a camping trip.
Yep.
There's hours of work, packing the trailer, loading everything up, hooking it all up. The thing about Porter is he can do everything that my husband can do. And you know what? He's actually been able to work alongside me in the same capacity that I can work with my husband since he was probably 9 years old. Honestly, because he has been working and has such a good work ethic because he's been doing it for so long. And I think that's an important thing to recognize. So not only do we do family work as a family every single day, but we also do our own work every day. We are assigned, all of us have certain areas or things that we work on. So maybe one day it might be Porter's time to clean the bathroom, or it might be his day to do dishes after dinner, or maybe it's even his cook day because part of work is cooking. And Porter, you've been doing things like laundry forever. Porter could fold and put his own laundry away when he was 3 years old. He started taking it to the washer and dumping it in and starting it when he was 5 and changing it. So, I mean, yeah, we had to have a stool because he was little. But he did. And we had a special laundry basket that could fold up, into like a little circle, and it could pop open. So it was nice and easy and light. He could drag it through the house. I don't know if you remember that laundry basket.
I remember it. I remember it.
Anyway, that was part of our life. It's always been part of our life to have everyday jobs, right?
Yep.
So that's definitely been a key thing for our work, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So what else do you think could be an important thing that we could talk to them about, different ways that they could be working together to instill that work ethic?
There's definitely, so the family things, the personal things, but there's also extra chores.
Yeah, extra chores. So when do those happen?
So if you don't accept a no answer, you don't say okay, you get corrected, and then you get an extra chore.
Yeah, you get the opportunity to earn an extra chore. And when you're doing that extra chore, is it just serving you? No, it serves the whole family. So the whole idea of the extra chore is you are being corrected and you are doing something that requires your effort. I'm not just taking something away, right? So it's your effort that you're putting in and it's serving other people around you, which is really good. So work is the antidote for a sick character. And if Porter is going to roll his eyes at me or have an attitude, which really doesn't usually happen, then I know that probably his character is struggling right there a little bit. So all the more reason to go have some of that reset time and to do some work. But I don't let you get the opportunity to do that work until you're what?
Calm.
Yeah, you gotta be calm first, then you can go accept it. And then, of course, we can talk about whatever it is, for sure. So, Porter, I'm thinking of one more way that we use work in our family. Porter is a highly motivated person, and he does his own work, his own projects. So what types of projects or work have you done for yourself?
I have always liked to have a clean room, so that's one small one. It's just
He's
like
cleaning it all the time.
Every day, every other day, whenever it gets messy.
Yeah.
Because I can't focus in a mess or dirty, anything like that. I also love doing the lawn. I love seeing it all fresh, nice and cut, nice and clean lines.
You do like clean lines.
I do, yes.
You're like your dad.
Yep.
Yeah, I like to carve my initials in the lawn. It's different.
Yeah. Just like a bike, like fixing a bike,
Oh, yeah.
Just the motivation. I love getting my hands dirty, getting in there, putting some elbow grease on there,
Yeah. No, that's totally you. Okay, so let's talk about the motivation for those types of things. So maybe tell everybody, what is it that motivates you? Like, why do you want to have this work? And by the way, like, you have had 3 jobs. You've done shipping for Teaching Self-Government until just recently, for years and years. You've taught with me at conferences. You've run my booth at conferences like an adult does, oftentimes even better than most adults that I've had help me. You work for a food establishment. You also work your guts out on all the sports teams you're on and going to the gym and everything, but you also have worked construction a ton with your dad. dad. I mean, this is a lot of work that you're doing. So this shows that you truly have that work ethic and that's been instilled in you. How do you keep perpetuating that work? What do you do to motivate yourself?
Well, I really just think of like, I want to learn everything that I can. I want to be the best at everything that I can. And so the more I learn, the more I do stuff, the more I get better at it, the more I start to like it, the more I can do other things.
So you're actually looking at your own skill development saying, I want to be a man.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, that's one more step in helping me become a man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That means you have a long view. And I think that's probably the thing that people get hung up on. When their child does not want to do anything, the child is having a very short view. They're like, what do I want right now? But what you're saying is that you've actually been trained to think, what do I want in the future? So we have meetings and times that we meet where we talk about the future. Let's talk about that next. So Porter, let's talk about the meetings, okay? So every week we have a meeting that's called a...
mentor meeting.
That's right. We have the mentor meetings, and you like the mentor meetings, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so why do you like the mentor meetings?
It's personal time with mom and dad. You express your feelings.
Barter!
You get a...
I love it.
It's like just you and them. That is a personal connection that you can't get anywhere else. Mm-hmm. You get to make goals. You get to... Basically, your whole week, what do you want to do? What do you need to do? And you just make a plan.
Mm-hmm. So this is huge. And in my Teaching Self-Government Parenting course, I talk about these mentor meetings and how to set up a really good mentor meeting. We've been doing these since Porter was a teeny tiny little guy, and he would draw all over the mentor meeting paper. But now we actually fill out all the lines, and he will make plans for himself, and he will set goals for his work goals, like to earn a certain amount of money for different things he wants to work on. He will bring up ideas to us like, hey, I think we should cut the lawn on this day because that's the best. I mean, you bring up things that are like action items. And this also happens in our family meetings. So we also have family meetings that happen every week, which addresses more work that we're probably going to be doing as a family. You know, the only other thing I can think of that really has made an impact as far as work ethic goes is your parents like to work.
Yeah.
Right? Your parents like to work. I like to work. Dad really likes to work.
Yes, he does.
Really likes to work. And so between the two of us, we've shown you work's good. It's not bad. And we've not given work a bad spin. Even if you earn an extra chore, it's not like, ha 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 ha, you've earned an extra chore. But it's like, well, you get the opportunity to do an extra chore now. A little character development, no big deal, right? And work is always no big deal, and it's a good thing. And I think that goes a long way for the children. And we also do service for other people, lots of service for other people. So because our family is engaged in that type of work, we also show the value of work. So I think a lot of people, when they want to teach work ethic to children, they think of money. But our family hasn't been handing out money all the time. We've just been literally working and loving the work, right?
Yeah.
All right, if you have enjoyed this video, then I'm pretty sure you're gonna love our next video, which is called The Not So Known Secret to Parenting Success. It's gonna go into a lot more details about following instructions and key skills that you might need to help your children start liking work at the beginning.